From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. About ready to get us started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Chiefs at 7-8 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Given 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guys' pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Touchdown, Kansas City! Scott Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team. Because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. Right at the 30. He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, these two teams, they met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. He's got it with the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
Huh?
McManus' point after is good, and we are tied at 7.
What you want? Huh? About what? Food.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I'm going to say here, yeah, these tickets. What do you want?
Think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM,
Mama bought some food, Chinese food. Got Chinese food.
And big people always
Got
end up
Chinese
winning games
food.
for you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, he comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming out.
Stop. We ain't getting no more after that. That's it. That's the last one. All right.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Yeah, one more. That's it. One more. One more.
In the passing game.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Put in your bag.
29.
Put in your bag.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They try to throw and second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play. That means they need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Wilson.
Stop, no more. No more. What did I tell you? You go eat your food.
They want man coverage, not zone. And there's good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
No, you gotta eat your food.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern
Eat your
area,
food,
and it's a
baby.
good one. Hardman on the return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards almost lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits.
What are you
Not
doing?
easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this
Come on,
defense as
Mama,
this
you
game
ready?
moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Okay, Mama, you ready to eat?
A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I gotta say, if it's gonna be this cold, I want snow. And the Chiefs are gonna get it.
Okay, Mama, you ready to eat? Okay? Alright, Mama. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Because they're moving exactly where they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
No, you gotta go eat your food, Skyler. If you eat your food, then you get some more cookies. Okay? So tell Mama you ready to eat.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. George Karlaftis. And again, on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. The defense, they responded on that play. Second and match when it became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's got some space here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. It forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
Oh, that's PI, man.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They go play action now. Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
To throw again is Wilson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And he's going to bring up the third down.
Drive here in 5 minutes of the half. The coverage has been tight all game long, and it's certainly going to keep them up the scoreboard here.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wilson. Albert Okuegbunam, the intended target. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this covered?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field. He wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. They'd have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Oh, he's sleepy.
It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are back within a score.
Oh, Diamond.
Manis now for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Damn. Y'all let me finish.
Where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
No, Diamond.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They fake the give. Now Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Randy Gregory. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He'll buy some time right. This is Gordon on the dump off. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
Remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken from about the 12. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So we know it's first down. Here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll try and throw for him with Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson will throw again. Open man, he completes it to Judy. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Boy, you can't get none of that. Get out of here. Go get your cup.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that is caught.
Go get your cup.
Touchdown, Denver. K.J. Hamler with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. put that drive away.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Here, boy.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. After the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Huh? Hold on, man.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Edwards-Helaire. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4.
Come on, Scala.
Henry touchdown Titans in 14 check. Midway third. Wentz. John Bates. 20-yard catch down to the 33. Late third. Wentz looking for Giambi again. Giambi Brown. Man, those are two beautiful throws. Just a great throw ball. Carson Wentz, the roller coaster known as, is great when it's going up. Under 5 minutes in the third quarter. Tannehill looking down the field to sneak Westbrook. A Tina. 61 yards. Well, what do you think you're going to do? Get up there again. Multi-touchdown game again. Ball just got to break the plane. 18 for him. Breaking a team record tied with the great Earl Campbell. Wentz, Terry McLaurin. Minute left to go in the game. But somehow Washington still has a chance. 21-17. Wentz converting 5 third downs. Under pressure. McKissick. Nice play. A little creative, a little very nice. 28 seconds to go, 3rd and 5. Curtis Samuel picks it up. 24 seconds to go in the game. Wentz to McLaurin, but flags all over on Kristen Fulton. So they got 1st down. Yes. They don't make it. They got 2nd down. They don't make it. They got 3rd down with this. Oh no! David Moore Jr. intercepts at the 1, and the Titans defense. Remember they made a big play last week to help win the game. They do it again. Titans have won 3 in a row. What goes up must come down, and when that roller coaster known as Carson Wentz comes down, he makes too many mistakes. But great job by the Titans in zone coverage in tight quarters. And we also can see that division up for grabs. So as much as they've come out of the game sideways, Tennessee, you're right there. And there they are at 3 and 2. Only one undefeated team heading into Week 5, the Philadelphia Eagles. Philly fired up on the Phillies in baseball. Jalen Hurts now could he complete the daily double for the weekend. Hurts at Arizona. Under pressure, he can do that. Gain at 17. A few plays later. Why not do it yourself? 19 career touchdowns. Yeah, when you can squat 600 pounds, you get that right in. So, he's in the end zone. The Eagles in familiar pose to lead. Though they fell behind last week to Jacksonville, but now, Kyler Murray is... Ooh, it's Hollywood. Touchdown. Cardinals trail 14-10.5. Cardinals always get behind by like 2 scores. Yeah, then they start playing. Yeah, it's 17-10 now. Philly only up on 7. Murray. Look out. Look out. 1st down, gain of 13. 1st and 10 from the 11. Eno Benjamin. Oh, the big fellow's up pretty. You like that? Yeah, you gotta love it. Don't get touched till you get to the end zone. Yeah, we're tied at 17. Next year, he said, wait a minute, let's go. 3rd and 11. 4.5 to go. Alice Goddard gets the
fuck is wrong with this shit?
Which one's heavy?
Put your plate on your table, Schooler. I'm turning it on. Hold on. Move, Diamond. You ready, Cub?
Hey, Diamond, no! Go!
Eat your food, Scholar.
Go over there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they're still short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
He's going to look deep for more.
Shit.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
Tackle.
A big play there for KC. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Edwards-Helaire will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field that brings up 3rd down.
It's not like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Chris Jones, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Off play action. Wilson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Oh my fucking God.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem.
Oh boy, here we go.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, 32 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25.
Oh, okay. Put that down.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them play hard and try to catch you.
Give him a yard on the run there. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's caught on the side.
What?
But he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for the offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And the Broncos are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Gordon on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Wilson to Gordon out left. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense got pressured that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. And what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short game.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by McManus is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes rolling to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam now. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now it's Wilson. Quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Their pass passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He's got a man complete, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Michael Ojemudia with the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making a big-time play?
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have the Chiefs 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. now is Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead.
You done? You ate all your food?
Interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal one of their best efforts of the season.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like this call. I know they weren't successful on it, but so many times defenses load up trying to get a safety when you're in this spot. How about taking the shot downfield, hoping to use their momentum against them?
And he will try, but he can't. He can't escape the end zone. Gordon is taken down, and it's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations? In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Broncos, they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year.